let's go. Produce it, process it, distribute it. I go make it just to feed my own. I go do it.
Hello and welcome to Ghana Grows Ejuma. This is a program that is inspiring young Ghanaians to take up fulfilling careers in the agriculture and ATVET sectors. This broadcast is part of the Ghana Grows program, an initiative of MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation. I'm your host, Arba Kumson. March is Ghana Month, a time to celebrate our rich heritage, culture, and creativity. Today, we step into the vibrant and colorful world of bead making, an art form deeply rooted in Ghanaian tradition and history. Beads are not just accessories, they are symbols of identity, status, and heritage, proudly worn by Ghanaians from ancient times to the present day. Sun Trade Beads is known for its stunning handcrafted beads jewelry, which are made using traditional and modern techniques. We'll go behind the scenes to explore how these intricate designs come to life. We're talking color, we're talking culture, we're talking about the craft of bead making, and who better to tell us about it than this lady right here beside me. I'll let her introduce herself. Hi, welcome to Ghana Grows Ejuma. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you. My name is Kati Torda.
How did you start making beaded jewelry?
When I came to Ghana in 1979, I spoke no English and we found ourselves in Aquatia. And I said, I do macrame, I have the rope.
You spoke no English?
At that point, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I bought my first beads by looking at the size of the hole because I wanted to make sure my rope, my thick rope can go through the hole. And over the time, more and more beads were left over. So I looked for smaller and smaller thread, rope, leather to use the beads that were left on my table.
Let's roll it back a little bit because you told me earlier that when you first came to Ghana, you were introduced to beads by your husband's family and each represented something. Tell us about that.
That happened 3 weeks later.
Okay, tell us about
First,
that.
we were in Aquatia, and the first visit to his hometown, near Ho, Chomeafedu, in the Volta region, took place at a yam festival, and indeed, the family contributed one, everybody brought one bead, and my sister-in-law strung them onto an individual thread and turned those into a bracelet. Just like on that picture, you see the white spread of thread with beads. So when the ceremony was ongoing and then they came to welcome me to shake hands, you know, they each looked for their bead and they said, that bead is from me to you, welcome. Wow. So the symbolism of beads was really very early, was very touching and very serious. And it didn't depend on what bead they gave, because later on I look again, and up to now I look at my personal collection because it's a heartwarming welcome. And I can see, no, it's a gesture of parting with one bead from my collection to yours.
You know, you talked about symbolism. Oftentimes when people are picking beads, they're thinking about how the color coordinates with their attire. So is there any symbolism with any of the beads that you string together to make jewelry?
Yes, the colors are consistent with symbolism to begin with. So if you are a fashionista or you just want to look like a lady who is coordinating accessory, shoe, bag, jewelry, whether it's a full set jewelry or just a ring or just earrings, is a good start, because that means you are interested in beautifying yourself and you consider beads an appropriate accessory, because we are in Ghana, we are in Africa. Long ago, you need to know that white and blue were associated with newborn babies and their mothers. You know, the baby was given the blue collie bead by the grandmother to welcome the baby, and the mother, the lactating mother, will be wearing a white necklace for months.
Okay.
Just so when you are transporting or carrying your child, you know, where is the baby? There is a baby. Or when you see a special bracelet, a brown and white bracelet on the baby, you know, that's a twin. Where is the other one? So how is the other one? Or he's wearing two. Oh, the twin must have passed away, so one baby is wearing both, or something like this. So there is a lot of information you can derive. But queen mothers were traditionally to use blue and silver, white and blue, because white is purity. White is relating to the good gods. That's why even traditional priest or somebody will smear white chalk on their body to show that they are relating to good deities, good gods, okay? And blue is about femininity and water. These days, everybody can wear anything. Then chiefs were to wear yellow, because yellow, according to the late Ghanaian professor Kofi Antubam, yellow is the color of ripe pineapple, is the color of gold, resourcefulness, and the color of controlled fire.
Controlled fire?
Like a chief, you're supposed to have the fire, the strength, everything, but you also know when to use and how not to use it. And everybody knows green is when you recover from illness, you will get new life. Like the leaves, like the new yam on the wine, they will get the green leaves. Is a new beginning, new life.
This is great education. I would never have known, because I've never, you know, thought about the symbolism of any bead jewelry that I use on myself. Only I think about the color and how it coordinates with my outfit. But this is great information. Thank you, Kati. Who taught you how to make bead jewelry? Did you just get up one day and decide to string along beads on a thread?
It was a long process. As I said, I handled thread and rope to make macrame, like flower pot hanging, like hammock, like a swing for my children. And the smaller beads, I told you, the first necklaces were born when I bought the smaller thread, the leather tongue, the whatever I could access on the market. And because they were smaller, they ended up necklace, ended up bracelets. So those were the first jewelry that was born. I said, I'm not a jewelry maker, but I string beads. Up to now, I describe myself, I'm a stringer.
So it's a combination of observation
and practice.
Creativity as well, because you can't create beautiful pieces like this if you don't have that creative juice in you. So what influences the design of your beadwork, your bead jewelry?
Of course, first, the knowledge of what I know. I remember the first pieces, I said, hey, this is Ashanti, probably a king, a chief, or somebody was wearing it. And I paired it with the most humble coconut shell. And I said, that must have been worn by a woman who couldn't afford glass beads. So she wore it as waist beads. I said, I put the chief and the rich and the poor in one necklace. And I put the red inside because I'm rebellious. But you can only do that when you know the rules.
And I'm curious about where you source your beads, because I think all throughout Ghana, I mean, it's a part of our heritage. Most people in all parts of Ghana wear beads or do beads. So where do you source your beads from?
First, I went to Mr. Sidi's in the early 90s to see that how come this bead, one side of the hole is big, the other side of the hole on a short bead is very, very small. Now, who made these beads? I was very...
and where did he come from? From the north or Volta region?
No, he's in Somanya. He was
Somanya.
in Somanya.
Okay.
Mr. Sidi Jabba is a very famous bead maker.
Okay, so you get
so
some
I
of
went
those
to him
from
first.
Somanya.
I get it from him. Okay. Then I go to the market. The traders like to come to your house at your convenience. Saturday morning, no problem, madam, I'll come to your house. So they come to my house and they spread their wear. But I go to different producers. I go to Abompe in Achim for the bulk side.
Okay, the eastern region.
Eastern region.
Okay, so you get it from all parts of Ghana.
It's not one source.
Not one
Every
source.
market is your source.
Okay, you talked about the fact that you have a niche market. So it's not everyone who buys your beads, or is it only targeted at a special group of people, or
Yes.
everyone and
niche
anyone
market
can buy
in
it?
a sense that we were approached by big markets, US, and when we went in a Danida project to Denmark, they say, madam, we need 1,000 pieces every 6 months. I say, oh, sorry, I can't do that.
Oh wow! Why?
So
you are unable to produce?
I don't produce the bead. Okay. And if I depend on them and they keep changing the price, the new order will get a higher price. I'm not in control. I can't do big orders. Okay. So that already excludes the biggest market. A niche in a sense that museum shops love my items because it's unique, the materials are genuine and don't mix it. I mean, when I say it's old beads, it's all old beads.
Yeah.
When they say it's recycled plastic, it's all recycled plastic. So I like museum gift shop, it's very nice. And little shop owners come here from Europe, from Holland, from Germany, from Spain, and they choose what will fit their shop.
And so how do you market your products? Do you use social media? Is it by word of mouth? How do you, because people know about you, Kati. So how do you advertise and market your products?
First of all, I grew old and I keep doing the beads. So ever since I'm known for bead, I'm still known for the same beads. And then of course we went on Facebook first. Then we also have Instagram account that you can show others.
So has social media been helpful in helping
Very
you
much.
to advertise your?
Yes, yes.
How's
And
it?
there were interviews like yours. It's helping us tremendously because you get to us to an audience who I don't have access to necessarily, or the new generation who may have heard, but they will not make concrete steps to come. But also students found me through the internet on Instagram. They found me, so they come.
Would you encourage young people who would want to venture into this industry as a means of supporting themselves?
Of course. And many of them started. I'm now observing the trend is to create waist beads and bracelets, which is easy and is a fantastic beginning. My pain is only a little bit there, like, oh, they don't educate themselves. They are mixing the Chinese, the cheap, the plastic, the, you know, everything together with the old, like they don't know the difference, what they are putting together. For fashion is all right, but I wish they come a little more curious or they ask more questions. But it's a very good, beads are a very good vehicle to earn the money.
All right, so you heard it there. Kati, we could go on and on and on. It's such a pleasure talking to you. But you heard her. She said that bead making is a vehicle through which you can earn money. If you're a young person watching us here, maybe this is the time to take up bead making so you can earn some income. This is still Ghana Grows Ejima. We'll be right back.
My name is Charity Kesewa from Pon, and I am the founder of La Glace Jewelry Africa Arising.
Within the Kofi Martin, I'm the CEO of Kofi Diamond Nursery Farm.
Kate Amwakwa Obo, the CEO of Kate Obo Ventures.
The Ghana Growth Program is a comprehensive initiative designed to inspire and empower young people in Ghana to pursue fulfilling careers in agriculture, agribusiness, technical and vocational skills. Make a date to watch the exceptional young people taking their destiny into their own hands, creating jobs for others. Ghana Grows, changing narratives.
Stay tuned. Thursday, 13th February on YouTube and on Facebook at Ghana Grows and at Springboard Zone.
Ghana Grows Hope Day.
Ghana Grows Hope Day.
Making jewelry from beads is not just an art, but a livelihood that has the potential to empower communities and create sustainable businesses. So, if you are passionate about creativity and craftsmanship, maybe this is a fulfilling career for you. Well, that's how we end the show here at Ghana Grows Ejuma. I'm Araba Kumsin. As always, Ghana Grows Ejuma is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation. To get involved in the program, dial *718*50#, or you can call or WhatsApp us. The number is 0308-255-775. Remember, Ghana Grows Hope Day.